yes, I'm liking this for Daryl. I'm liking this. Give my baby somebody to love. Give him a bath and somebody to love, y'all. Come on now. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to My Twisted Lyf TV. I am Poetry. You are here for a recap and review of The Walking Dead. This is season 10. This is our season premiere. We are back at it again, y'all. We open up this episode with Judith narrating how we got to this place. We wrapped up season 9 with Alpha and her crew, the Whisperers, serving us up on a stick. Literally and figuratively speaking. They screwed us so bad, chopped off 10 heads of our loved ones, put them on a pike in the middle of the field, and told us, I dare you to cross this line and come do something about it. Well, it's 5 months later, y'all. It's 5 months later, and Judith is on the radio, on the rom-com, narrating everybody. Like I said, how we got to this place. My mom and my daddy only wanted the better life for everyone here. But we came up against those who would stand against us. We came up against people who were so conniving that now we are left fighting for our very existence. Like they took away from us our peace, our dignity, our loved ones. But we're going to continue to fight on. We're going to continue to stand strong and unite as a family. Over and out. Okay. This whole particular episode for me, y'all, was like watching season 8 all over again. I personally was not turned off by season 8, which a lot of the fans were. Season 8 was a dramatic build, almost like I don't really want to say a soap opera, but there was like, it wasn't an action, it was a drama. It was like a dramatic build of events all for season 8. We had some dramatic moments, but it was more of just piecing all the pieces together to make the foundation stronger. So when they came out in season 9, it wasn't shaky ground. We had something to stand on and say, this is how we ended up here. And that's what this opening episode was. There was not too much going on as far as action was concerned for me. It was set up in vantage points. The whole episode was set up in vantage points. There was a situation that happened, which I'm going to get to in a second, that led up to us as groups. We're still together, but we're still separate, hearing all the information and then all figuring out different ways in which we are going to handle the information that we received. Okay, so like I said, it's 5 months later from the end of last season. If y'all were unaware, our people have made it to Oceanside. I don't know, these aren't all Alexandria people, which I was surprised to see, because Rosita, Camp Voodoo, Eugene, Gabriel, they're all still back in Alexandria. We know that the kingdom folded, so the kingdom isn't here with us. And the hilltop, because that's where Alpha and them knew where everybody was at the hilltop. It seemed like the hilltop people, they're here in Oceanside, because you see Tammy's husband, pretty boy, which I can't remember his name right now, the one that was with Enid, who I still hadn't trusted in the beginning. Yeah, they're all here in Oceanside, and it's training day. That's how we open up. Baby, when those damn water zombies popped up out of there, they was fucking hideous. I was eating my doggone food, and when they came up out that water, I was like, put that down. Let me stop eating until it's over. I mean, they were training for battle against who, I'm not sure, because this entire episode, everybody appeared to not want to make waves with Alpha. So maybe they were just getting ready so they won't, staying ready so they won't have to get ready. You know what I'm saying? So they were doing this like military style training. It kind of reminded me of the Spartans on 300. Y'all know 300 is one of my favorite and I know that's not a word, but it's one of my favorite movies. I love 300, the first one. The second one was bullshit. But okay, anywho, Ezekiel, he seemed to be surrounded by some, like he was around a fence, like looking out. I'm not sure what Ezekiel was doing in this moment, and I was like, is he part of the training, or are they looking for him? Are they hunting for Red October with Ezekiel? But Ezekiel had a whole boat full of walkers ready to be used as test tube dummies for this training ritual. And I was like, is that Negan in the front line? They had one guy out there that kind of reminded me of Negan, but he kept the shield up in front of his face, so I wasn't sure who he was. And y'all, I'm not cool with Negan being part of the team. I'm just not cool with him being part of the team. I like Negan as the villain. I always said, die, Negan, die. But I wanted Negan to stay around long enough so I could still hate him. You know what I'm saying? I know we got, what's her face, Alpha now. We substituted one villain for another. We can have multiple villains at one time. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not cool with Negan joining forces with us. I know he saved little Judah's butt out there in the middle of the winter and the cold or what have you. But her little fast tail self shouldn't have been out there by her damn self anyway. Okay? Negan always got compassion for the kids. He loved kids. Anyway, I don't think Negan is redeemable for me. He's not redeemed. So yeah, whatever. So, but it looks like they are practicing different methods and strategies to hold back the walkers, it seemed. But the walkers don't usually come at them uniform like this. So I found the strategy to be cute and in sync. But walkers don't come at you in waves. The motherfuckers come all over the place, left, right, upside down. They come from all over the place. So I was really shocked at how they were doing this, but it looked good. It looked good. The front line, it seems that their main job is to shield the others while they plan the attack. So they got the shield up, they move out the way. The Judith and the Spear Hunters, bam, bam, bam. You got the arrows, bam, bam, they close the doors, open it back up. The arrows, they close the doors back up, they come back out. Axes and tomahawks and, karate kicks, all that stuff is going on. And then they close them back up, they open back up, and then get the badasses with Michonne with the sword and everybody flinging. That's how this wave is going, right? Well, back at the ship's door, Jerry and Ezekiel are having trouble keeping the walkers in. Training is about to get real. Right now. The walkers, they bust through the door. They took the fucking wall down around the frame. Like I said, they're not coming in uniform. They're not being uniform. But they still want everybody to still practice the training that they just learned. Stay in formation, It seems, like I said, it seems to be working because even Judith got her little stab on. Now, I was like, okay, again, are they training for the walkers or are they training for the whispers who, again, may not come in uniform, like in uniform waves at them like this? But who are they really training for? So, I'm always going to bring this up. We start off the season with another member finding a love connection that ain't Daryl. And it was Luke. And I'm like, Luke looking kind of cute too. Look, he done trimmed up a little bit. Go ahead on, Luke. It seems like Community has a little bit of sense of balance. The kids are out playing like normal, like kids would do. They dumping out their little treasures on a beach that they found by the river. They got their starfish, they seashells, and oops, a damn face. Now, while they was in their little training ritual, Michonne sliced off a face, and it got washed away with the waters. So, but nobody is tripped off that. I'm like, am I the only one who saw that happen? Michonne, you took off a whole face. But everybody is panicking that this is the whispers, and the whispers are sending them a message. Okay, so Aaron radios to Gabriel. He tells him about the mask and the potential threat, and he wants them to lock Alexandria down. But Michonne is not ready to jump the gun yet. Not just yet. We just need to stay alert. Be alert. Aaron is like, look, we don't need to be playing no games. They may be out there. We didn't see them leave. We probably ain't gonna see them come back. Michonne is like, look, let's not cause any panic though. Even Cindy was like, yo, dog, everything washed up off that river. It might be just a coincidence, It's a lot of stuff coming in from the storm. I was still thinking that it was the face that Michonne sliced off, but nobody in this entire episode thought of that. You just sliced off a damn face in the damn training ritual. Okay. Anyway, Michonne agreed to send out a little group to check out things. Daryl said he gonna hang back and catch up later. And Michonne said, yeah, tell her don't leave again without saying goodbye. I was like, who? Carol? Is she running solo dolo again? Carol done took off again. Her and Morgan. Perfect for taking off. Michonne said, look here. Like I said, just don't let her leave without saying goodbye. Because that sounds like something that Carol would do. And I'm like, please, Lord, don't let them have shit, Carol and Daryl together. I know y'all people out there think that, oh, my goodness, they in love. They auntie and son, brother and sister. They auntie and nephew. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a romantic relationship. Y'all trying too much. Y'all doing too hard. Don't do it. So the teams head out. They split up into groups of 2. Aaron and Michonne roll together. Yumiko and Magnus, I know her name ain't Magnus, but she roll together, and Luke and Pretty Boy. Now, Aaron, he asked the questions that many of us have asked over and over again. Are we really the good guys? Or are we just the villain in somebody else's story that's trying to survive? They trying to survive just like us, and now we the bad guys to them. And I'm like, for real, I can't answer that. I was coming up with scenarios like, well, if this happened, yeah, that would make you the bad guy. Well, if they doing this to people, that'll make them the bad guy. But in that society, in that group, that may be the societal norm. So just because it's not right for us, don't make it wrong for them. You know what I'm saying? So I can't answer that. Are we really the good or the bad guys? Michonne says we are the good guys. We gonna always be the good guys, okay? Even if I don't agree. It like I said, depend on in the beginning if they had been doing this, if Negan had been the star of the show instead of Rick, would we be team survivors? Wouldn't we be with the survivors or the saviors? Not survivors. We'd be with the saviors then. If Negan had been the star of the show, we would probably be seeing things a whole lot differently. He's doing what he got to do to keep our people alive. That's how some of us would see it. So, anyway, like I said, Magnus and Nico roll together. Aaron is just dead set on the fact that mask didn't roll down the river for no reason. He sees some walkers on the bridge and take off after them. Michonne is like, where you going? But now she got to run at him. Aaron, fool, you may be running into a trap. You don't know how many walkers out there. If they not a trap, you can't kill them all. You think you can? I mean, shit. This is why I'm surprised they split up, because you don't know who, you can't tell them apart. They keep talking about watch the hands, but y'all sitting here saying watch the hands. If they are the whisperers, these motherfuckers hear you saying watch the hands. They heard you saying it. But okay, use your head, Aaron. Because Michonne don't need you dead too. She already lost one man on the damn bridge. She don't need to lose you too. Okay. Aaron say, look here, it's high time for us to stop being a nice guy. I've been a nice guy all my doggone life. We always keeping our cool, always waiting on something to happen to us. It's time we take our fate into our own hands. And Michonne was like, I agree, but we need to be smart about it. You know what I'm saying? Well, Yumiko and Magnus, they found a camp. It's no biggie. It looked like a couple people was there, but it's a graveyard of walkers around. Bodies everywhere, even naked bodies. And then they find a skin. But they can't tell how long that skin been there. It's been flies circling around it. Buzz, 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 buzz. It ain't been that doggone long. It ain't been that doggone long. Well, back at camp, Judy is telling RJ's Rick story. The story of the brave man and what he did. And I got teary-eyed, just like Michonne did. Although I did not cry when Rick died. Or when Rick was supposed to die. I didn't cry. I cried when I saw Daryl's reaction. But when I heard Judy telling this story to RJ, it made me emotional. Then all of a sudden, boom. What the fuck was that? What was that? It looked like a damn torpedo was crossing the sky. A bunch of them. Judy was like, is that a meteor shower? Like, come on, right? I was like, well, this is different. First we got helicopters circling around, now we got damn lights in the sky. UFOs coming through. What the hell is going on? Eugene was already on the radio like, hey girl, hey, let me talk to Michonne. We need to talk, sis, now. Okay? So it looks like Eugene and Rosita was raising the baby together. They going through all these little changes. He measuring the baby. He weighing her up. He counting the footsteps and counting how long it take her to close her eyes. Listen to what music she listens to. They look like them two are raising the baby. Rosita's in there just boxing. That's what she doing. While, Eugene being Mr. Mom. And I was like, what the fuck happened to Ken Food dude? What is his name? Sadiq? Raheem? Sadim? Ken Food dude. Y'all know I'm talking about, the doctor. Okay. We see him. There he is. Eugene is trying to show him the chart. He done mapped out the baby's life. He even got her prom on there, her wedding day, and when she giving birth. He got it all on there. And Gabriel had just got off the radio with Aaron. So he got to come in and break the news. Right as Rosita saying, look here, shit done calm down. I'm so tired of hearing voices talking on that dog on radio. We need to get it out the house. And Gabriel's looking like, you might want to hear this. What's going on? What's going on? Now, Michonne just said, I don't want to cause panic, but Gabriel calls a meeting. He calls a meeting. They go into the schoolhouse, and with the council, and they little whisper girl, and what the hell is her damn name? Lydia. Lydia's in there. She trying to learn how to read. She feeling. How can I say what she feeling? Because it never hit me that these children, her, would not have grown up learning how to read books. It's like that was like a way of life for us, in the normal way of life. And that's why books are such a hot commodity here. But for her, she had no need to learn how to read. And now here she is, this 16, 17-year-old kid, in her with these 8-year-olds telling her how to say the word received. You know, it's the I before E, except after C, and the words like way and they. That's catching her up. I understand. I still got to say that to myself at 46, girl. I understand. The English language is one of the hardest languages to learn, I believe, next to Japanese and Chinese. But like, think about it. Like, we say there are 2 apples. Why do we put the S on apples when we already saying there's the number 2? The 2 is already letting us know it's more than 1. So why don't we just say 2 apple? But it sounds weird. But in a lot of countries they say 2 apple. You know what I'm saying? English language is hard. Like I said, the apple for E except after C, and it works like nay and way. And there's it's another way too. And then like the word city. The Y could mean the E, the Y could mean the I. You know, it's all kind of the word read. R-E-A-D. It could be read or it could be read. So it's hard to learn, and at 16 or 17 it makes it even harder. You know, so anywho, she should have known off the top it had something to do with her mama, because when they got into the schoolhouse, one of the girls was like, should she be here? Why single her out? Just tell all the damn kids to get the fuck out. But it wasn't earlier in the training. It wasn't Negan. Negan is back at Alexandria, still mixing in with society on the farm. They put the girl out the meeting, you know, and Negan is very observant. Like, why is everybody walking around giving you the side eye, kid? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, intuition should have kicked in that they talking about my damn mama, because they put me out of it. She been a part of all these other meetings all the way leading up to this. They let her ass sit in. You know, remember her and Henry was sitting there, and I was like, why is these fucking kids in here? Get thirsty for him, get a bit dry. Well, even though Negan is out there farming and stuff, he's still under watchful eye. He almost like he on a work release program or something like that. So she gets advice from him like, dude, okay, everybody's side-eyeing your ass too. So what do you think this means? And then she let him know that they found a skin and everybody on alert. He said, watch your back, ma. Watch your back, kid. Okay, and by the way, she had picked up Morgan's little stick handling really good. I know Henry did not teach her all that. Somebody passing along Morgan's techniques. She was doing the damn thing with that little stick. Okay, after the meeting, they come out and they all looking at her real hard. Like Negan was like, what's up, boss? And they looked at him like, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? It's like they trying to keep things under wrap, but they ain't doing a good job, because their body language is telling it all. Everybody looks concerned. So Saeed, that's it, Saeed, Can Voodoo, he go and put the baby down. The baby's name is Coco, y'all. And Poetry did not name this baby Coco. They named this baby Coco. And you know how I know? Because it was in my subtitles. He was trying to put little Coco to rest. And we see that he have a PTSD moment. He see Henry, he see Alpha, he see the last fight they was in. Panic is setting in for him. And while he's in here having this moment, the new doc named Dante, who this fucking clown is, think he a damn god. He come in and he trying to talk to him and trying to be funny. Like, ooh, why you looking at my lips like that? You must want a kiss or something. You know, it wasn't funny to me. I wasn't laughing. He got a white coat and everything. He really got this God complex going on. I don't think we've ever seen that on here, that they actually wear the white coats. Well, anyway, like I said, So Campo Lou was going through his little PTSD moments, and I'm like, snap out of it, brother. It's not the time. I thought he was gonna drop a little cocoa on her head. I really did. But he ended up putting the baby back to bed, and then Gabriel goes in to check on Negan. Like, bruh, all you do is complain about getting out of these four walls. You want to be outside as long as possible, but today you cut out of work early. What's really going on? So Negan say, look, I ain't no stupid person. I'm not no fool. Your people up in here panicking, and by them panicking, I will be the first one that they take out if things pop out. It's safer down here, okay? While y'all up there being all alert and shit, all I'm saying is y'all don't know what the fuck is going on. Y'all don't even know how to handle the problem, and that's a problem. That's a problem for me. So Gabriel, his words, and he beef up security just as Aaron originally suggested, and then boom, fire in the sky. Okay, Eugene runs to the comm and tells him something grave is about to happen. Now, I don't know much about science, but I figured Eugene knew something automatically because he was like, something is about to go down. He didn't waste no time either. But now I need to go research what this type of event is, because something like this just happened in California a few days ago. Just some fire shot through the sky, and I didn't look it up yet to find out exactly what was supposed to be happening. Y'all know I'm a conspiracy theorist sometimes. So anyway, like I said, in the beginning, we getting vantage points from the point of Aaron making that fucking phone call. So back in Oceanside, they out there dragging the river or the ocean. I'm not sure which one it is. It'll be Oceanside, but we live by a river. Not sure which one it's supposed to be. But the kids found the skin, they said, by the river. So they pulling in, and Kelly is getting closer and closer back to some old logs, some on the side that she can hurt herself over, and the girl is screaming, hey Kelly, watch out, but she can't hear her. Baby, Kelly is losing her hearing. The condition must be hereditary. I was like, oh shit. And it must develop over time, and she knew that it was going to happen. Now, Angel Theory, the actor that plays Kelly, she is hearing impaired in real life. She's an actor, dancer, but she's still hearing impaired. So I do like the fact that they're incorporating this part of her life into the show, because very rarely do we focus on real societal issues, and if we do, they so whitewashed out by the theatrics that we lose sight of them. It's like we got the PTSD going on with Can Fudu right now, the hearing impairments with Kelly, the social outcast for Lydia and Negan and everything. All are in the forefront of this episode. But Connie tell her, look, little sis, don't worry. We're going to keep practicing with you over and over again to make sure you're ready. Because like Kelly said, I don't even know when it's about to happen. Usually she could sense it, and now she don't even know it's about to happen. All these noises and voices and stuff happen at the same time. She can't hear when people's talking directly to her. So Kelly's main concern is though, like, who's going to interpret for you? You know what I'm saying? Which kind of makes sense. She's the only person who knows sign. Unless my baby Daryl has been getting lessons from Connie. Because right at that moment, Rufus, whose name is Dog on the show, but I call him Rufus ran up on Connie like, hey girl, hey, where you been? And I peeped that look that Kelly gave Connie when she looked at Daryl. Is he learning sign too? He learning how to communicate, because she was talking to him and he said something back to her, and then Ann said, I was like, yes, I'm liking this for Daryl. I'm liking this. Give my baby somebody to love. Give him a bath and somebody to love, y'all. Come on now. Well, while they are out there on the dock, the ship comes in. It's Carol. Carol has ventured away from everybody again. And I was wondering if anybody was out there on ships. I always say this. Matter of fact, I was just talking about this to the guy at work. Like, why don't we know anything about anybody outside of this East Coast? We know the fear was happening in California, and then they moved down to Texas. But what's going on in the Midwest? What's going on up in the mountains? What's going on overseas? Why ain't nobody on those ships sailing high and low? We got cruise ships left and right. Why ain't nobody taking these ships out? It's probably a bunch of dead ass zombies on these cruise ships, but still, somebody take over them, kill them up, and take over a ship or something, and go venture out in the world and see who out there living. So I was always wondering why they never did this, and this is basically what Carol seems to be wanting to do, right? She's still rocking that long silver hair, and Ezekiel helped her get off the ship, and he look at her like, there goes my baby. There goes my baby. I miss that woman. But it's hella fucking awkward, because she excused herself real quick and went to go jump into Daryl's arms. I was like, but I peeped the ASL book in the back of Daryl's pockets. I saw that there. I saw that. See, Lydia, there's benefits to learning how to read. She was like, I don't even know what the hell I need this for. There's benefits there, girls. Benefits. Anywho, let's say Carol is out there on the fishing boats, and she's venturing off to go check the little areas that Maggie has been known to send messages, but ain't nobody been to those spots in a while. You know what I'm saying? And Daryl is like, I know damn well you've been out there looking for Alpha too. She's like, no, I'm trying to forget all that bullshit. I'm trying to forget it all. Well, girl, stop trying to forget because we just found the skin. Michonne got a team out there looking to see if we can find any more clues. Do you want to roll? She said, no, I'm done with that. Well, he said, what the hell you want to do then? She's like, let's go ride. Let's go ride. So they rolled out there on Daryl's bike over the mountains and through the woods into some new area that they just cleared. But it was a lot of damn walkers out there. And they out here playing Kill the Walker. I was like, okay, is this a game to everybody now? Kill the Walker, this ain't part of the training day, but everybody seems to be having these little secret moments where they just out there stabbing at walkers left and right. The same shit that Carl and Henry used to do that everybody thought was so reckless. Anyway, like I say, this episode was like a slow build for me. It's kind of like the discovery. There's nothing really happening other than the discovery of the skin and the fire in the sky. And I was like, what are we building up to? I guess we was gonna find out the last 10 minutes, and we found out like the last 15. Well, so the next part of this episode is called New Mexico. I think when Carol arrived, it was called Sea Dog. When they found the skin, it was called Skin. At the opening, it was called Training Day. So they're breaking this down, and that's how the vantage points are being broken down. At first, I thought when it said New Mexico, we was about to get a new location. But no, something totally different. Daryl and Carol out here hunting deer, and the deer was able to limp off over to Alpha's side of town. Daryl like, hold up, it crossed the border, let's stop. Bump that, it's a deer. Them deer can feed about 200 people. She ain't even fucking here. Why are we respecting borders to something we ain't never agreed to in the first place? Well, regardless of that, the walkers got to the deer first. So Daryl is like, look, we don't want no mess. Ain't gonna start no mess. Ain't gonna be no mess. It's best for everyone. Carol said, look here, this is why I left. But Daryl wanted to come back. Please come back home. She's like, no, man, I'm a sea dog now. You know what I'm saying? So get off my ass before I throw you on your ass. You know, they had a little funny quip back and forth to each other. Their chemistry is perfect, but it's not a relationship, y'all. But he's like, look, forgive me if I didn't want my best friend living out on the boat. She was like, best friend? We're gonna become best friends now? We're gonna have little matching bracelets, little t-shirts and stuff, you know, get matching tattoos. What the hell? He's like, fuck it, forget it. Don't make fun of me, forget it. Anyway, Carol is like, dude, it's got to be more out here than running into people, killing them, rinse and repeat. It got to be more than that. So let's leave, just get on the ships, ride the waves. And Daryl's like, nah, I ain't finna be trapped up in that little bitty ass cabin. And then she said, okay, fine, let's get on your bike. He said, yeah, I'm down with that. Let's go to New Mexico. New Mexico? Yeah, at least they can make those best friend bracelets for us there. I know people there can do that. So, he tired of the fighting. Everybody's tired of the fighting. Let's get on the bike and go see who's left out there. Sounds like a plan. And like I say, I always wonder why they stayed on the East Coast anyway. Morgan and Dwight made it all the way up to the field, even though they finna kill off Morgan's character soon. That show's suffering so bad. Look, anyway. But I did see that they're going to start a new franchise. Starting in April, it's going to be a whole new Walking Dead franchise. A whole new group of people. I wonder where they are located. Maybe I'll get my Midwest story or my Up in the Mountain story. You know, I would love to see everybody come together at some point. You know, passing messages at some point. Well, Daryl, of course, made her the bestie bracelet out some little grass, dry grass. And then boom! Again, fire in the sky. So then we get the lines we cross. So the fire in the sky hit, and there's a fire about to threaten their very lives. Magnus is like, nope, we're not crossing that line. This could be the start of war. But if they don't cross it over, they could lose everything in the fire. So even Aaron and like Michonne, are we about to do this? Let's do this. What the fuck? Is a plane? What the hell for hell? No, it was a USSR satellite. The USSR, they don't even fucking exist anymore. But okay, I'll be damned. It's a satellite. And I forgot when Judith was talking, there was a satellite that they showed orbiting around the planet earlier. So I guess nobody manning the satellites overseas either. Like, so this is a worldwide epidemic. That's what they let me know. So they try to contain the fire in one area, and And they working tirelessly through the night. Ezekiel out working himself to the bone. He must be having a heart problem or something. Jerry made him stop to take a breather. Like, meanwhile, walkers is coming out the woodwork. I was like, let they ass walk into the fire. Those tin can, water cans on their back that they had, they should have been hot as hell. They wearing metal on their back and they fucking with all this fire, but ain't nobody back burning up. Anyway, they put down a few walkers and then a fucking herd rolling in. And I'm like, let them walk into the fire. Let them walk into the fire. You know, they had a whole lot of slow motion action going on. I was not happy with the slow motion action. I like the quick slice and cut them up, but everything was in slow motion. You know, it's like that. I was like, speed this shit up. The slow motion was not doing it for me because the episode itself was already slow. Anyway, like I said, these walkers was coming out of the woodwork. They got them around the area. I think Michonne chopped off one head and all the blood that came out, gushed out, it got onto the fire and put the fire out. I was like, oh, this is a way to put the fire out. Take off some heads, let them bleed all over the shit and take the fire out. But no, they didn't do that either. Eventually, they killed up all the damn walkers. That's basically what they did. And they needed to get out of there because now it's quiet. Everybody's like, okay, this may help the fucking Alpha and her people too. We save their lives as well. But no, let's get the fuck out of here. Let's not waste no time. Eugene want to get the damn stuck comm information out of the satellite. Let's bring this back. We could possibly use this. So Michonne gives them 5 to 10 minutes, get that shit, and let's roll. In the meantime, Daryl and Carol done stroll their monkey asses off. They go over there to the little cliffside where Alpha had all the walkers. Remember all the herds down there? 50,000 walkers down there. Nobody was there. There was nothing. Emptiness. So Daryl and Carol agreed that they gonna vamp out the next day. They gonna head west. And then Daryl said, you know what? I really would like you to stay. I want you to stay. I don't want to leave for real. And if you don't stay, I'm gonna put a bunch of holes in all them fucking boats so you can't go nowhere. So I don't know if she gonna stay or not. Okay, but in the meantime, out of the woods, coming out for her morning stretch, letting the sun hit her old dusty ass, dirty face. It's Alpha. She look up. I said, I'll be a monkey's uncle. Is this bitch over here on my land? And look at Carol, and Carol look at her. Well, it's on now, y'all. It's about to be popping. You ain't going nowhere now, Carol. You ain't going nowhere now. Well, that's the end, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Y'all leave your comments down in the comment section. Did it do it for you as a season opener? For me, it didn't do it for me as a season opener. It sounded like it was a filler episode, or not necessarily a filler, but a building episode, the same way season 8 reminded me of. But I think it's going to take us to a good place. That satellite falling out the sky, though, we're going to have to get some more on that. Who's man in the skies? There's more stuff up there in orbit, and this particular one fell. All right, y'all. Again, like the video, comment down below, and if you have not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, and that way you can come back and watch every video that I put on the channel if you feel so inclined to do so. Talk to you again. Peace.